Finally, at 6, demolition is underway this week on a building that has been empty for decades in Schuylkill County.
With it goes another piece of what was once one of the biggest industries in Shenandoah and the rest of the coal region. Jon Meyer takes a look on the Pennsylvania Road.
It's a demolition crew tearing down what has just been a shell of a building for decades, what some in Shenandoah saw as an eyesore. But what is now only rubble used to house a booming business and hundreds of women working in the garment industry.
Yeah, come on in with you.
To learn more, we stopped at the Greater Shenandoah Historical Society just around the block.
This is the East Poplar Street address of the one that's been torn down this week.
So this would have been...
This would have been down there on East Poplar, yeah.
Inside, President Andy Ulickney showed us materials that came out of what was the Martin Shirt Company and some of the many other garment industry facilities in Shenandoah, relics of when so much clothing was made right here.
While the men worked the mines, the women worked in the factories.
This community is in the heart of the coal region. Mining was well known as the major industry, but in the mid-1900s, this could have also been called the garment region.
You probably had at least 15 different buildings that had their 50 to 100 different women workers in there, cutting, sewing, finishing, whatever it took.
And it was at a time when not many women worked.
These would be considered housewives. The kids would go off to school and they'd go up to the sewing machines in their factories and they'd work there. They'd get a lunch break, kids come home for lunch, and then back they'd all go until it was after work.
Andy had his own memories as he took us back to the days when clothes were queen while coal was king.
I remember the sisters in the Catholic school saying that they were a lot of gossip going on in those factories as the women gathered together. Yes. Yeah.
Patterns like these preserved in the museum were still hanging in the old building as it came down.
And bits and pieces of a very proud generation of working women.
A building that's going away, but an industry that is certainly woven into this community and county's history. Jon Meyer, Newswatch 16 on the Pennsylvania Road in Schuylkill County.